everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, we should have a fun one on our hands. It's the Bears coming in at 4-0, going up against the Colts, who come in at 0-4. With that, we'll send it over to Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis. They've got the call in this Week 5 matchup.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Indianapolis Colts and the Chicago Bears. They come up in an offset eye. And a first carry of the game here for Trey Mason. And some room to roam now. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 14 there. And that leads to a Chicago first down. Again with Mason. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And with this offense, one guy to key in on defensively is Kevin White.
Had to battle injuries at the start of his career, but boy, he's ready to fulfill his promise. An absolute beast downfield.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. And here are the defensive starters. In your old position, you get to talk about the secondary.
The best athletes on the field, Brandon.
Debatable.
Well, we'll see how this goes today. I love the way you put my guys down. But you know this. They've got to cover, and they have to tackle. They have a heck of a task in front of them in this game. 3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. They'll set up a throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
They'll look to throw here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Mason. And tough sledding. You'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Here we go now.
They're going to look to throw. Hunter Henry brings it in. Touchdown, Chicago. Hunter Henry, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They used their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They come out here in the eye. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Partner, that defensive win reminds me of something a coach of mine used to say all the time. If you really want it, you'll find a way to go get it. And the defense did exactly that.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. And when this offense is clicking on all cylinders, the running back is in sync as well.
The focal point. Runs, catches, blocks, sets the tone for the offense.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got time. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. On fourth down, here's Pat McAfee to kick it away.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up. And they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard. Try and start this drive in the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but, boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Offense needs something here on second down. It is second and long. He'll drop to throw. It's brought in by Kevin White. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Touchdown, Chicago! Their dangerous wide receiver, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead.
As more and more up-tempo football creeps into the NFL game, some coaches don't think time of possession matters anymore. I believe we found one of them.
The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. And here are the Chicago defensive starters.
Star Tulale is a former first-round pick who's starting to round into form, becoming one of the better run stoppers in the league.
So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package.
Here we go.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
So they run it on second down. Now let's see what third down brings here for the offense. Now this time he'll look to throw. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he'll be brought down, but a tip of the cap on the spin move as that gives him a first down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. Back to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Second down following the incompletion. Time running out here on the play clock. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down to about the 46-yard line. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive.
That was a nice play by the defense, but the offense can't let that one play define them. Let it go, move on, and start over again.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. Start right there.
They're going to look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Give him 30 yards there.
That was a nice pickup, some chunk yardage there. Some of those big yards downfield with a little bit of rack thrown in there, a little run after catch. And it came on a crossing route. I can just hear one of my friends who won 4 Super Bowls as a quarterback always said the same thing. What route does the defense hate? Crossing route. Hate it, hate it, hate it, because it's hard to change.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, The punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll cut it to the left sideline. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. 68 yards. First down, he'll drop to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Second down now after the incompletion. Kelsey out in the slot right. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. That is caught at the 7. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jordan Matthews, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown. And that one makes it 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down.
Hey. Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. And they're going to go soft on the corners.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to float this over the middle deep. No, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there. Well, he just threw an interception last drive, nearly another pick.
And things aren't very even right now, are they? It's a little bit sloppy out there, isn't it? It's kind of the difference between driving on those paved roads and those country roads that have those potholes in them, isn't it? Because that's the way this game's going right now. A lot of bouncy bounce to it.
You spent some time on some Tennessee country roads.
I certainly have. Plenty of family back there. God love them.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. A good pick up there, 26 yards. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. They'll come out in the pistol. Again, we'll see the pistol here. They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. They get 31 yards that time. And the Bears are going to get a first.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Flush to his right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it.
Detroit! Now let's go! 3-19!
And 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll look to throw again. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Green 39!
Back to throw again. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. He'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And now a 1st down following that long gain. They'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd.
Let's go! Boom! 58! Boom! 58!
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to go up top again. So they took a shot there on 3rd down. Couldn't get it. Now it's 4th. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Certainly some contact there, and that's why there's a penalty on the defender for pass interference.
So hard to time it up for a defender to...
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Another pistol look here. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. This will be caught inside the 10. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Their dangerous wide receiver in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bears will add on to their lead. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be marked out right there at the 20-yard line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
This is do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And on 2nd and 10 now. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete here. Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. 2nd down following the run. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there. 2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
1 receiver left, 3 to the right. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. That is incomplete. He was looking for Matthews that time, and it's 2nd down.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just drop to a point and reacted to the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows them to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw there.
12 yards there as they move the chains.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves. The Bears have put an extra defender in the secondary on third down.
Yep, they're in the nickel. Play clock winding down. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. They'll look to throw here on first down. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 7 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's third down.
After another impressive run, the question has to be asked, how do you slow these guys down running the football? I think they're going to try and get more people to the point of attack, try and get more people to the line of scrimmage, almost use a variety of run blitzes in order to try and get it done.
And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on third down and 9. They're going to look to throw. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. And now the Colts call on their field goal unit here. From the left hash, this from 37. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get the field goal, but part of that was a 14-play drive to get the 3.
Normally, when you hold the ball that long, run that many plays, you end up in the end zone. There's a breakdown on the defense. Something happens. In this case, that didn't. But really good ball control by the offense. They're hoping that they can wear them down if they keep having drives like that.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Finding time. Buying time to his left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's grabbed over the middle by White. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Going right side here, and that's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Final minute now of the third quarter.
All right, here we go.
Back to throw again. And he will find his man on the outside. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 250 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. They'll look to throw. This will be caught at the 2. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Get that quarterback.
He'll look to throw. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So incomplete on first. Let's see what 2nd down has in store.
Here we go now.
Back to throw here. He can't bring it, and he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Their dangerous wide receiver punching it in from a yard away. And the Bears will extend their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gassed,
yeah,
right?
a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Matthews, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Let's go. Check 2. Check 15.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And again here, we'll see the Wildcat.
Let's go.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark. And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Let's go!
Now this time he'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
That's just flat out a terrific play because it's rare that you see a hitch route batted down. That means someone read that one really well and was right on the spot when the ball got to the receiver.
Single receiver. Hey, you're in an island.
And the Bears in the nickel. No, wait, they're in the dime. 6 DBs out there on 3rd.
Could play an exotic coverage.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's 4th down. Here's Pat McAfee now as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. This is taken around the 12. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Yeah, let me pump out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
Now the offense facing a 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
To throw now on 1st down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup. Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass, and completing it.
Kelsey out in the slot right.
Let's go. 58. 58.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. To the right side, it's Kelsey. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Let's go.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Time for a break. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw again. And this is going to be incomplete. Travis Kelsey, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target. And that brings up 4th down.
And that one was knocked away, and I think the defender's going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. Thought he had someone open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example of having too much confidence in his receiver that no matter what, I'm going to throw it to him. And that was a play made by the defense, and it could have been a bigger one.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So here we go. 1st and 10 now.
Let's go. 58.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And the hard count got the defense there. Encroachment and the 5-yard penalty. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. And he motions the wide receiver. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
Let's go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. And quickly, they get to the line.
Day two. Let's go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Oh, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense.
Day two. Let's go. 58. 58.
3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead. And his kick is right through. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Now after the touchdown, here's Pat McAfee to kick. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there. I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Chicago, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Colts, the calendar change to October didn't help as they dropped to 0-5 on the year. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head down to San Diego for a matchup with the Chargers. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from Soldier Field.